Hello, everyone. Thanks for being with Casey and I tonight, trackside, here at Bootleggers Crossing, up on the ledge, hanging out. We're not here probably for a long time, but we are here for a good time. Haven't seen you guys since Thursday. Today's Mother's Day, 2025. So happy Mother's Day to all of you out there, to all the families celebrating with Mom. Hope everybody had a good time. Hope everyone took good care of Mom. And Mom, I hope you had a good day. We're just jumped out for a little bit. Storms in the area. No sun. No sunset. And at this moment, it looks like we may get up to 8:20, 8:30 maybe tops before we have rain. So we're trackside, we're live, and we just caught our first. We just got here, just caught our first, headed towards Chattanooga. And we had a whole load, as Kid Outdoors would say, a whole load of sausage cars. Up front, 4829 Solo locomotive on that train, an AC 44C 6M leading that train towards Chattanooga, Tennessee. And it looked like every placard that I saw or that I was able to check, I can't see it from here, I had to do the binoculars to be honest, every placard was chemical code 1987. Anybody know what 1987 is? Because that was a whole trainload of placard code 1987. Anybody trackside? Let us know. Like I said, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a quick good time. Just to touch base, just to catch up with y'all. Like I said, I haven't seen you since Thursday night. We had a great time here Thursday night, but we always have a good time trackside. So, let's see what code 1987 is. Let's see what activity we have. And we are here until 8:20 or until it rains, whatever happens first or next. No idea what's coming or going. Been busy all day long. Watched it rain yesterday pretty much all day long. And I think that's all the news I got, unless you guys have something. So, let me catch the monitor. We've got the scanner on. I think we're good to go for a little bit. Like I said, we're going to make the most out of this and have a good time. Remember, we only have a couple rules if it's your first time. Hit that like button if you have a good time. Let your friends know that you're on live, and what you see here is generally 3 to 6 seconds after I see it, usually not more than 8. Although we do have a heavy cloud cover, which definitely interferes with signal transmission. Modern technology, can't explain why, just know that's what happens. So hopefully we don't experience too much in the way of issues. If the scanner talks, I try to stop so we can hear what's going on and have fun. Whatever it is that excites you most on a train, the locomotive, a particular car, artwork, whatever it is. We're here by the Ottawa Cemetery. It is windy, it is breezy, you kind of pick what you want. Dark, clouds rolling over. So, we'll see how long we can last. Now, the radar says we should be good till 8:20 and then we're in trouble. So we're gonna see if the radar is right. But Mother Nature doesn't go by the radar. Mother Nature goes by Mother Nature. So, let's go back trackside. And who knows what chemical code 1987 is. That's looking towards Chattanooga. And it is a beautiful night out. Colors are crisp and clear. You can see the trees bouncing along there in the wind. Chuck, excuse me. Hello, Chuck. How are you tonight? Ain't right. How are you as well? How is everybody? Good to see everybody. Ain't right. You're staying at the smokehouse, are you? I've not eaten at the restaurant since it burned down there, but before the restaurant burned down at the smokehouse, it was excellent. Now, Mrs. S's birthday is this Thursday. So Friday night is dinner out. So I'll be over on Saturday morning as quick as I can get there, fast like a bunny coming out of a hole. Looking for a good time? And for everybody, if you're all wondering why is Ain't Right staying at the smokehouse, this Friday, May 17th, Brian has invited us all to Rail Watch Day at the Cowan Railroad Museum in Cowan, Tennessee. And he's got a beautiful facility. If you're not familiar with the Cowan Railroad Museum, your opportunity is golden to do so, because Casey and Brian did a podcast at the museum and a little bit of a scenario about the area before his last one in the fall last year. Excuse me. So take a moment and watch the podcast about the Cowan Railroad Museum. And also, for those of you that are subscribers to the channel, I have special Cowan Railroad Day shirts for you guys while sizes last and while quantities last on Friday. So make sure you see me as soon as you guys get there, or as soon as I get there. Hello, Eugene. How are you tonight? How's everything up to the north of us? As you can see from the sky up there, we got storms in the area. We are literally between storms, literally. It's been a good Mother's Day. Right now we're dry, except we should be okay. Now again, Mother Nature doesn't listen to the radar, but right now the radar says we're good to about 8:20. So we got a little bit of time to hang out here trackside. Glad to have everybody with us. And that last train, let's look those up. That last train, every placard I saw was 1987. Let's see what that placard code is. There are a lot of notices on the Heritage app tonight. Stuff all over the place moving around. If y'all don't do the Heritage app, you should. It's great. You can use it. There's a free version, or for just pennies a day. I know it's like $5.95 a year or $4.95 a year. We're not sponsored by them in any way or anything. But it'll tell you all the trains coming. It just all kinds of cool tools that you can do. And now, if somebody posts something and you like it, you can give them a thumbs up. Hello, Jonathan. How are you tonight? We're just looking up what placard code 1987 is. Placard code 1987, according to an AI overview, identifies it as a hazardous material, specifically a flammable liquid and an alcohol NOS, in other words, not otherwise specified. It also applies to denatured fuel ethanol blends like E95 to E99. It's flammable, denatured fuel, so it's an ethanol train. And that was, as Kid Outdoor would say, a whole list or a whole row of sausages, a whole tanker load or a whole tanker train of ethanol, an ethanol train that went past us, headed towards Chattanooga. You know, just a tad there on the crooked side. Let's line up here. Y'all bear with me a moment. Like I said, we are at the 227 mile post. At this particular moment where we are, it's considered the Knoxville West End. And what we're doing right now is just kind of squaring up with the track so that we'll be even. There. Our signal tower, or signal bridge, I should say, not dark enough yet to see the signals because they are tilted or set up. Oh, hey, we got glowage. Cody and Matthew, I think, started that word on the channel, glowage. It's almost like he's scared to come around the corner. Well, you guys know what that means. We are going to have a 2-train meetup. And if I'm not mistaken, like I said, I could be mistaken. Let's see if we can zoom in any more here. I believe we have a black brow on that locomotive, which I think that's as close as we can zoom him in. Looks like 1029, or unless that's a 5. And it appears we have a black brow, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you guys, what do you guys think? Oh, there's the train crew. Hey, how cool is that? We got a wave. I waved to him too, by the way. And we got a wave back. If you've never been in the front of a locomotive, there's some massive steel supports there in the front. Just massive. So our train crew there gave us a wave back. Well, like I said, I'm not 100% positive And you guys can decide. We'll know once he comes past. But that is a black brow on that locomotive, on that SD70 ACE. Hello, Robert. And you're right, it's never good to fool Mother Nature. Hey, Robert, don't forget, this coming Saturday, May 17th, Cowan Railroad event. Saturday, all day. I think Brian said, come on, anytime after 9. Don't forget, Cowan is on Central Time. All right, you guys, let's get ready for our approach train. Make sure we are level here. Y'all sit tight 1 second. And as you can see, that sky is one shade gray. Our signal bridge, still not dark enough to see the glow, as those are tilted to the side or turned to the side for the train staff to be able to see them as they come around that curve. And we have train horn there in the distance with the low cloud cover tonight. And you can see the trees kind of waving over there, or you can see these a little better. We're at the 227 mile post on the Knoxville West End line. We're just beyond the 2 signal bridges. Diverge clear here at Ottawa. Couldn't catch his train number though. So our SD70 ACE with auto racks holding to our right while he awakes from the left. As you see there on the right, the train crew member is on the ground doing a visual inspection of the train going towards Chattanooga. Oh, Mark! And our train crew member's back on board, where he was there on the side doing a visual roll-by inspection of our train inbound to Chattanooga. Our SD70 ACE. As Eugene pointed out for us, that's an SD70 ACE holding there. And I do believe he is a black brow. It's kind of hard with the camera right this second, but as he gets closer, we'll see black brow being no white left or right of the light. What do you guys think? It's hard to tell with the glare of the light, but we'll see here in a moment. Hey, kid outdoor. Hi, Mama Bear. No sunset tonight, Mama Bear. Rain coming. We're right on the edge. It's not a matter of if it's going to rain. The question is solely, when is it going to rain? Our last train in, a pair of UP locomotives up front. 7347 and 4750, two UP locomotives taking that train towards Chattanooga. And I don't know if you heard it, they were giving another train instructions to be aware of something on the tracks at the 19, so that'd be on the Knoxville West End track. Yeah, it's like I said, it's not a question of if it's going to rain here. It's a question of when. The wind is kicking. As you can see from the backside of the leaves of these trees, it's a pounding past here. And that rain is coming from currently behind us, rolling toward us. So let's see how much action we can get in. And he is sitting on track number 2, and he has red over green for his signal indication, which means he is going to diverge after the signal tower or signal bridge and go down the Atlanta North District. He's inching, you're right, kid. He's rolling. He is local 1225. And he is a black bro on top of it. Horn salute and a wave. Thank you, train crew. And a big wave from the conductor. He got a weak arm, but we got a horn salute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. Train art. he did diverge from track 2 to track 1. So he just passed, or he is passing the water tower. He is on his way to Control Point Long, and he is on his way through Collegedale and Ottawa, then Appleton, and then down to y'all in Dalton. And yes, we had some great artwork. That was quite a bit of excitement. Thank you to that train crew. Didn't catch a number on the scanner, but we got to walk to do a ground inspection on a train headed towards Chattanooga. Then we got a horn salute and a slow roll by. Locomotive 1225, and it had a black brow, no white beside the signal boards, or the number boards, I should say, as he rolled by here. So that was a pretty cool set of everything. As he rolls southbound, the wind blows westbound towards Chattanooga. As you can see, it's not getting any lighter. As you can see over there, it's getting darker. We don't have a whole lot of everything out. We're going to sit tight for a little bit, see if we can't get at least one more in the bag. And whatever it is, it's in the track or in the way that they were concerned about. It's at the 19.98. A large animal on the track at the 19.98. Was that conversation a little earlier that we heard NS Dispatch discussing? Well, when those scattered showers arrive, we will have a quick exit. We will see you at the next crossing tomorrow night. We do have rain forecast again, so unless it's just horrendous, we'll probably end up going down to Dalton tomorrow night underneath the overpass, so we have coverage from the rain. So we will be, for all intents and purposes, trackside again tomorrow. And Friday night, probably no trackside because Mrs. S is going out for her birthday dinner. But we do plan on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then a field trip to Cowan, Tennessee for Cowan Railroad Fan Day on the 17th of May, 2025. Everybody pack your bags. There are a couple great restaurants, one of which is a Mexican restaurant that you keep hearing Tony talk about. So don't forget, when you guys get there, I got some special shirts for subscribers while they last, while sizes are available for Cowan Rail Fan Day. Make sure you see me when you get there, or when I get there. Don't forget, Cowan is on Central Time. So for those of us over here, when it's 9 o'clock here, it's 8 o'clock at Brian's place. And if you've never been to the Cowan Railroad Museum, take the time to check it out on Casey's podcast that he did with Brian here on Rail Moments last fall, I think it was, in October. They have a beautiful depot, just a great bunch of folks on the Cumberland Plateau. So, how y'all feeling? You think we're going to get one more in? How's everybody on their train senses tonight? I have been watching. It had been a pretty busy night. before we got here, there were 3 that went towards Chattanooga. So let's see what we've got coming up next. Anybody new? Please, any questions you have. Track 2 is the closest one to us. Track 1 is the furthest. For those of you that were on the other night on the first section when we were chasing the tag and we were down at Junction Point Reeves, there's a switch just like that one, about 10 railroad ties in from the crossing where we were, and of which it moved twice while we were there. So that's one of 2 between the signal bridges that go over Little Debbie Parkway. Hey, look at this, you guys. We got amber. Let's see if I can get you focused in. All right, we've got amber on track 2. Amber on track 2. Yeah, I think we have dark clouds everywhere tonight. No, Mama Bear, actually that's amber. Red is on the bottom. Red is on, that's actually an amber. The camera kind of distorts it for you. Well, if the light and the weather will hold for us, we will get one more in.
Dog, no people. Is the dog and the gauge and the right of where's that dog at? Where's that dog? Gauge on the right of way? 390, copy. Yeah, he copied. Was the dog laying? Was it on the track? Was it in the right? Was the dog at? I copy it. Thank you. Yes, sir. Reports for the past couple hours. He just said they're not coming out there, so RIP. No problem.
All right, everybody. Got a couple sprinkles. Getting dark. Dark clouds. Now the train that they've been talking to is a southbound over on the Knoxville West End, where they've been dealing with the dog on the tracks. Not quite sure the outcome. Not quite sure I understood what the last set of messages meant, but we should have that southbounder that was over on Knoxville West End. My guess is he's holding over at the water tower. Crash, I don't know if you're over there tonight. You can confirm. What's that saying? I can neither confirm or deny. But we're going to sit tight just for a few minutes. We've got a collection of 4 regs. That train did diverge from 2 to 1. He's gone through Collegedale. I just heard his horn way over there because we have such low cloud cover. He'll be in Appleton momentarily. So we're going to sit tight. Let's see. Assuming we don't get rained out, we're going to give this 10 more minutes. And if we do have that train over there, we might be able to have just enough light to see him. So it's 8:46 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to give him to 8:56 to get by. And then at 8:56, assuming that it hasn't started pouring down rain, we're going to jump and bail. So, like I said, we can still see, and as you can tell, the darker it gets, the easier it is to see those signals on that signal bridge, of which we got 4 regs. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and pack everything up, because if it does start raining, we already got a couple sprinkles. We're going to have to bail like the ship's going down. Now that horn you currently hear is our last train all the way over in Collegedale. Like I said, we got a very, very low cloud cover tonight. So we'll hear him probably all the way down to Appleton. And again, it is starting to sprinkle. We have a phrase at the office that says, "Bail, Bob, bail." That means everybody out of the van. All right, wind picking up, darkness falling, sprinkles beginning. Hello, Travis, and you're right. Well, if our liquid sunshine gets any stronger, you won't see our signal bridge. It's good to have everybody on tonight. If you've not subscribed, please do so. If you've had a good time, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't told everybody you know about going live trackside from your couch, send a text to someone. They can always chat live with you, where we are high up on the cliff at Bootleggers Crossing, legendary for the activities that took place way back when, during the years of Prohibition. And the stories where you'd leave money on a rock, and when you came back, there'd be a jar of liquid entertainment, which then turned into liquid sunshine. All right, that rain is starting to pick up. We are getting very close. Anybody have any last minute questions? Please ask away, as our time is about to expire. We do plan on being trackside tomorrow. So if you are subscribed, you will get those notifications. Today is Sunday, May 11th, Mother's Day. A special thought for all the moms out there. And based upon what the weather looks like for tomorrow, we will probably be under the bridge there in Dalton tomorrow. Getting hard for the camera to do that focus thing, because it is that time where dark and lightness. Good night, Robert. See y'all tomorrow. It is a race between the rain and the train that we don't have yet. Here's production 6. All packed, ready to go. We'll be bringing production 6 over to Cowan this coming Saturday. Tomorrow's forecast in Chattanooga, Tennessee, a high of 75, a low of 60, and that word scattered thunderstorms. everybody, from Casey and I, thanks for being with us tonight here at historic Bootleggers Crossing, high atop the hill, overlooking the Knoxville West End, right before they split to Atlanta North District and then the Knoxville West End continuing. So, it was a good time. We got in longer than I thought with the radar, but it is right. Our wet weather is here. So, tell all your friends, hang out with you tomorrow night here, trackside. Like I said, probably tomorrow night in Dalton with the weather. But from Casey and I, thank you, and we will see you live trackside tomorrow, weather permitting. Have a good night. Happy Mother's Day.